You talk about expectations from your coach, expectations from your parents, your own expectations. What was the pressure? What type of pressure did you feel from those different aspects?
Actually, with my parents are pretty loose with me with swimming. But with the coaches, because coaches tend to be out of the pool, they tend to be your friends. So sometimes when a certain meet comes up, like a week before, pressure builds up. Not just at home. You think about it yourself, because when you're not doing anything, you'll think about, oh, there's a swim meet next week. It's a pretty big one. So when you get to the swimming pool, you'll have a pep talk with your coach, building up the pressure, building up the goals, objectives. It kind of builds up on you. So when you get home, after swimming, you get home, eating dinner with family. Oh, Jet, you're going to have a swim meet next week. So right after you wake up, right the moment you wake up, you remember it, you go to school, teammates talk about it, you get to the swimming pool, different pressure from your coach, and when you get home, a different kind of pressure again. A certain pressure that your parents kind of are expecting something from you, but they're not pushing you too hard because they don't want to be too hard on you. But you know they're expecting. Everybody's expecting from you. So you have to really have that mindset of how to control pressure and keep it in a certain amount that keeps you excited and not too stressed out.
How do you do that?
I'm a fan of back then. I'm a fan of PlayStation. Actually, up until now. So to distract myself, I usually play that, and I usually play. Believe it or not, I read books. I don't really finish like a whole lot, but I read books just to distract me, to get me out of the mindset of swimming. Because there's swimming everywhere. The moment I wake up, I have to go to swimming. Then school, talk about swimming. Then afternoon swimming, dining table with the family swimming. So at a certain point, you have to like 30 to 1 hour a day. You have to distract yourself doing something productive. I'm not saying playing PlayStation is productive all the time, but back then it was an outlet for me. It was a break from school and swimming. Because every day it was packed with just school and swimming. So and a 30 to 1 hour of video gaming is what keeps me sane back then.
There is been lots of information, particularly newspapers, about elite sports people having the pressure to perform. We think of people like Lance Armstrong, who's been in the newspaper recently, and being stripped of his titles. Lots of high-profile sports people feel the pressure to perform, and some people will be driven to that at any cost, and some look at using drugs to enhance their performance. From your perspectives, what are the realities in modern sporting society of drugs in sport? Firstly, what's your opinion? And whether it be coaching or as an athlete, have you seen evidence where you've clearly seen competitors that you're competing against obviously have used other methods other than hard work and training, which you alluded to before?
That's interesting, because for me and some of my peers didn't really have that chance to get into that. They call it doping, for performance-enhancing drugs. In my opinion, I mean, at a certain amount, you use vitamins, right, to boost your immune system. At a certain amount, these drugs actually are okay, but to some extent, they're illegal, because they test your blood. They test your blood to find those. They have a list of substance that's illegal at a certain amount. So they have to check that through your blood. So at a certain amount, it's okay, but after that, it disqualifies you for everything for a certain time, like 2 years or a year, because it's gonna stay in your blood, and it's really not. It's not a natural content of your blood. So for me, it's not really healthy in the long run. So if you use it now, if you use steroids now, the most common type of performance enhancing drug, steroids. Who has asthma here? If you have asthma, you use Ventolin, right? That contains a minimal amount of steroids, which is okay medically. If you use more than that, it's good as of the moment, but as time goes by, it's going to have negative effects on your body. It's going to have your immune system. It will have your immune system. It turns down your immune system. So it's really not good. And personally, I've seen people like at a high level do such things. Personally, I've seen blood doping. Yeah, blood doping. They use blood. So months before a certain meet, because their events, competitions, or races are scheduled a year before, swimming calendar. So 6 months before, they get like 2-3 liters of blood out of you, right? So that will leave your body producing more blood, right? Blood contains oxygen, right? They contain oxygen. Blood contains oxygen. So your body will produce more blood. So as the competition goes near, like 2 weeks or a month before, 2 weeks or a month before, the blood that they got from you, they'll put it back. So the effect, you'll have more blood in your body, more oxygen. You'll have more oxygen in your body. The more better you'll perform, because you'll have more oxygen in your body. You don't have to try really hard. Because for us, normal blood circulation, right? We breathe hard when we work hard. When our heart rate goes up, we breathe hard, right? These guys, when they do blood doping, more blood, so more effort, less stress for their body. But in the long run, it's not really good having more than enough blood in your body. I'm not sure what the effects of that, but I'm not sure it's not good. So, and with regard to people who uses it, I think it's a choice between the coach and the swimmers, because 60-70% of the time, the coaches try to experiment things and put it on their subject, which are the athletes. So it's a common thing for them, the coaches and the athletes. It's not one way, because they have to ask permission one way or another. I'm not sure about the parents and the other people of these athletes, but I'm sure it's between the coaches and the athletes most of the time when these doping or performance enhancing drugs, when these are applied to these athletes.
So there seems to be lots of conflicts for an elite athlete to train hard and forego social events, managing family relationships, going on a family holiday or staying home to train, your professional life balanced with as an elite swimmer or as an elite athlete. How do you find managing those things?
Yeah, well, I was back in college. I had to miss every summer with my family. My family goes out of town to back to their hometowns. I have to stay home alone and have to train morning and the afternoon, because summer, usually there's no school during summer, right? So that's more time to train. So you swim in the morning, you lift weights in the afternoon, and you swim again in the evening. So repeat that from Monday to Saturday, rest day Sunday. So at the end of each week, you just have Sunday to recover. But at such an early age, I was open. I was open to such things that when I was in college, it wasn't really that much of an adjustment, because I've been doing it since I was a kid. No summer for us, because summer is no summer holidays for us, because summer is more time for swimming, more pool time, more training. The better you get, the more sometimes it gets dragging. So good thing about my family is they support me. So if they see me getting tired, because I'm not a lazy swimmer. So I wake up, I go to training. So when they see me, I'm feeling lazy and slacking a bit in training, they give me a week break. Like, Jet, do you need a week break? Well, yeah, I need a week break. I've been working hard for the past year. So family has always been supportive. When they're out, they always give me a call. They always give me back something when they're out. When they get back, they always give me something. I always have fun. Whatever I do, I always have fun. It's just that sometimes you get tired of doing such things. Like you enjoy, like some of you guys enjoy swimming, as I do. I enjoy swimming, but to some extent, it gets you tired because of the repetition. You repeat it every day. It becomes a routine for you. So sometimes you need a break. You need a break. Do a healthy break. Go out and I go out and join my family just a week, or just stay at home. Just to stay at home. Not do anything from 5 to 8 p.m. That's actually a break for me. Not having to do anything from 5 to 8 p.m. That's my break.
In terms of professionally, in terms of your professional life, obviously an elite sports person has to balance that. What type of conflict does an elite athlete have? Obviously you've seen swimming as an opportunity to travel. Your education, you alluded to the fact that you went to university and college and also school through scholarships. But what conflict does that have on your personal life and your social life? So what are some of the things that you don't get to do as a result of that?
Lots of things, actually. When I was growing up, I wanted to be normal. I wanted to be. When I was in college, it was hard for me to have a girlfriend back then, to have a social life. Because morning I'll be in the pool, then I'd be in school, then I'd be back in the pool. So no Friday nights for me, no Saturday nights for me, like normal kids do. No barbecue parties, because I'll be in the swimming pool. No after school parties. When I was 12, 13, 10 years old, when some of my classmates are having a party and they go over, sleep over, I can't do that. And growing up, for first 15 years of my life, I never tasted Coke, soda, because back home they throw it away. When we have a party at home, people bring sodas, cakes, and brownies and stuff like that. My parents throw it after. We don't get to taste it, because they say society said soda is not good for athletes because of high caffeine, high calorie. But my parents believe that, so never had a chance to drink Coke till I was age 15, which I drank. My parents didn't know about it. My friends made me drink it, and then I had to. Now watching TV, I had to go to YouTube. These shows that I missed when I was a kid, I was watching it, and I was like, that's why they were having fun before. I didn't know about it because I was in the swimming pool, so I had to watch it in YouTube now. Some cartoons that I missed out. A decade of my life, a decade of my childhood, but I don't regret it. I missed out a lot of things, social stuff, family gatherings, and I didn't interact much with with people outside of the swimming community, with people outside of my swimming team. I usually get out of the pool, just send text messages, send emails with my teammates. I don't know anybody aside from my class, aside from my swimming team. I just go to class, back in college, then go out. If there's somebody from the swimming team in the same class, then I'd be happy. If I was alone, I'd go in, listen, go out, go somewhere where my teammates are. So there's not much social life for me back then. So now I'm the past 5 years of my life slowly adjusting, interacting with people and meeting other people, meeting new kids, meeting new parents. It's late. It's late in my life socializing, but I'm having fun.
One final question from me. We've started looking at the media and how the media influences people's choices and actions. The media spotlight on elite athletes, and we've seen it in the papers, our favourite football stars or favourite swimmers. There's a lot of pressure on them, and this comes from the media. What do you see as the actions and choices people have made, or elite athletes have made, as a result of that spotlight? Does it change people's behaviour? Does it make them do things that they wouldn't necessarily do because they feel that conflict of pressure from the media? We've talked about pressure from family, from coaches, but specifically media. What type of expectations does that have on athletes?
Real interesting, David. Because back in 2004, I was like, how old was I? 15, 16. I was exposed to this things early. It was here, Vietnam, in Hanoi. We had age group meet. I was 15 years old then. So after everything, after all the swim meet, celebration and stuff, one of my teammates brought in alcohol, beer, in a room. So all the boys were there. 14, 15, 16, 17 years old boys. I was there. So we drank at age 15, 16. I learned it. So the parents knew about it. The swimming officials, the team managers, the swimming coaches knew about it. And the day after, my parents are back in the Philippines. They called me up. Jet, what is this news I heard about you, the boys, the underage boys drinking in Vietnam? So we were not, it was not even 24 hours. It was exposed already in the country, in our home country, in the Philippines. So 2 days after that happened, we have to travel back to the Philippines, and we have to have press release. We have interviews. Since I was the co-captain back then, so I had to meet with our coaches and team managers and all those stuff. So they were like, Jet, nothing happened in Vietnam. No alcohol, no nothing. It was some stunt by a parent who was against the organization, who was against the officials of that certain team to give negative vibes to us. That's what we're supposed to say to the media, to the newspaper, to the TV and stuff like that. Went there. I was talking to my parents about it, and my parents had no choice but to agree. Because if we don't do that, the whole swimming community, the government will be at bad light. It's going to be a negative popularity for everything. Sponsors will go. Sponsorships will go. It's going to be gone. So I had to be there. 30, 45 minutes talk. Media asking questions. We're given this answer sheet. If you're able to forget the things we say, just look at that. Age 15, 16. we were told to lie in public just because of that certain thing that happened. It was a bad decision in behalf of us. We were young. It was not an excuse, but it had negative effects on everybody. So up until now, when we talk about it, we feel bad. It's not something that we are proud of. But really, media and your family has not just effects on you, but your family as well, and the people that surrounds you.